Yo, what is up, guys? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. How are we doing? We're going to continue work on this space type Leo. I was going to try and work on it at the studio, but we had a paint class and I did a whole bunch of like BFG business stuff, which sucked, but it also meant I didn't get to paint. So let's get cracking with those secondary edge highlights. Yo, Wombat, how we doing, man? How we doing? Painting classes are sporadic. Painting classes are sporadic. We had a young guy today, Brenton. I think it was Brandon. He was good. He did the Space Marine miniature that we do for the beginner class, and then he really likes dinosaurs. Like, he's a young kid. I think he said that he's younger than the amount of time I've been hobbying. So I'd say he was 12 or 13. He's a cool kid, really likes dinosaurs. So he's discovered Seraphon lately, and he wanted to paint his Seraphon like some of the artwork that he's seen on the box. But how's this? He's like, I know that I can't paint like the box, but I want to try and improve to get to that point. Which I thought was an absolutely phenomenal take for a young kid. The maturity of someone to be like, yeah, those guys that paint those box art, they're professional, but I want to try and get there. Man, it was so good. It was so good. So we actually did some wet blending. He brought some of his agrodons in, or whatever they're called, and we did some wet blending on it. And yeah, dude, I tell you what, there's something with younger kids, right? Because they can be a little bit, I guess, ignorant to the skill that it takes to try something. They're just fearless with it. So they just jump in. So he's like, yeah, man, I'll wet blend. And yeah, the self-awareness is good. But also, like I said, because he didn't, wet blending can be tricky, but because he doesn't know any better, he's like, yeah, dude, I'll wet blend. So he just jumped in and started trying to wet blend, which was great. It was so good. And he did a pretty good job of it too. So he'd painted one agrodon with just the base coat and washes, and he's like, oh, it's too dark. I want to try and get it closer to the box. So I was like, all right, these are the steps we're going to do. We're going to wet blend from this color to this color, and we'll see if you like it. And he loved it. And he's got one at home, and I was like, go home, try what we did just right now on this by yourself at home, and bring it in and show us. The adult, yeah, that's the thing, dude. That's the thing. Like, and kids, right? As long as you've got that confidence in their abilities, they'll have a crack at anything. So yeah, it was great. It was very, very good. I like doing the one-on-one classes and helping people with like their individual projects. It's obviously something that you can't really monetize. I just have to be like, yeah, come in. Golden dude, if he keeps at it, man, like, honestly, if he sticks at the painting, and that's what I said to him. I was like, look, man, you go home and try that wet blending. I was like, do you know what? The first one you do might not be as good as the one we did here when I was with you and helping you. You might get that good. Who knows? We'll see. I was like, but I bet you the second one you do will be better than the first one you do. And he's like, yeah, man. And then like the third one I do is probably going to be like the same as this one. I was like, exactly. And I told him there's adults that paint, or don't paint rather, that are so afraid of failure that they just never pick a paintbrush up. And he's like, and then he goes, it's like that saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. And I was like, yep. It's okay to fall. Too many people aren't taught that. Yeah. Yeah. The one thing, yeah, one of the things that really irks me when people are talking about painting and they've never picked up a paintbrush or something and they're just like, I'm a perfectionist. I was like, that's a cop out. I was like, that's a cop out for someone that doesn't even want to try. So you're telling me every possible thing you've done, you've picked up and you've been perfect at it from the start? You'd never do anything. You've got high standards. That's okay. It's just you're going to have to deal with not having a high outcome for a while. You still struggle with it? Yeah, but that's the thing. You've got a standard and you're always going to critique your own stuff, and that's okay. I think the only time where it's really not okay is when you can't look at the piece that you've painted and be like, cool, I'm happy with 6 of the 10 areas on this model. The other 4 areas I'm not happy with. How do I fix that? And you don't know how to fix it, then it's a bit of an issue. Yeah, if you're wanting to improve as a painter, you should having high standards is fantastic. But look at one of your finished pieces and work out how you can improve on it. I also think a lot of people don't know why they paint. Like, what is the purpose behind you painting a certain model? Are you painting to get better with that model? Are you painting because you want to eventually enter painting competitions? Are you painting this because you want to paint armies? Tell them you won't let it happen. Yeah, look, man, like your painting is very, very similar to mine, like in terms of just our style of painting, right? With heavy metal, like basically the same painting. And the amount of people I've now taken through paint classes that look at their stuff and they're like, shit, dude, like I can't believe I painted this. Man, we had Flashing Badger Mike. We had Mike from Flashing Badger turn up, and he started doing an heavy metal Blood Angel, and he was following all the steps I gave him, and he's like, I've never applied a base coat this smooth before. Simply by just doing what I told him. Like, their first model's not going to look like yours. Their first model is definitely not going to look like your model. I mean, maybe they're a freak and maybe it will. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm seeing with my own eyes during these paint classes. All these people painting miniatures, and I'm like, man, if this is your starting point, and you compare that to my starting point, and with how much help we have with internet now, in terms of classes, not that I didn't have internet when I first started painting, but there wasn't that much content around miniature painting when I first started. It wasn't as readily available as it is now. Dude, just jump on Twitch and go into the miniatures and models. There's heaps of people that are painting all the time. And you're probably going to be able to find a style of paint as well. I don't know how many people... I mean, Millie does heavy metal, doesn't she? But I don't think there's many people doing this style. Well, recipes are half the battle, right? But there's, yeah, I guess recipes for heavy metal help. I think recipes for heavy metal probably help more than other paint styles, because heavy metal, for the most part, is almost repeating the same process. Sure, there's like blending and stuff like that through capes, but and layering for skin, but once you've painted like a handful of heavy metal models, it's basically all the same process over and over. And I think the recipe makes a big difference for that. Soft and hard shades. Yeah, I still don't even do a soft shade, bro. You'd see all the teals that I was using to wet blend the Agrodon today. Oh, dude, the crotch booster. I don't know. I know that when they design their suits, there is meant to be some like actual theoretical thought behind it, right? So like, some suits can't operate in space, or they suck at operating in space because they don't have enough verniers on their suit to boost them around. So like, where's an example? So like, this suit's got verniers on its legs. So it's got some jetpacks on its leg, or boosters on its legs. So it's got more maneuverability in space when it's zero gravity. Whereas like the regular Gundam has only got boosters on his back. I don't think they did that much in the first Gundam, but they they make that happen in like Gundam Wing, which is actually where these Leos are from. I think that's what these are made for. Some stabilizers. See, I think they're meant to be little boosters on that. But yeah, the crotch rocket. I don't know, man. Maneuverability, I guess. When you really need to thrust. It's when you really need to thrust. Backwards, not forwards. Also, do you know what? I went on Giggity, exactly. I went on their Facebook page, funnily enough. I'll show you. Do you know, we'll just go there. Do you know what? We'll just go on the... Oh, actually, wait. Maybe I can't. Do I have the Facebook logged in on this? Probably not. The Facebook... Do I have it logged on? Oh, I am. I don't use this shit. How do I use this again? Search. Gundam Ascent. Gundam. No. It's a page. Marketplace, groups, home. Where's the thingo? Is this, oh, maybe this is it. Whoa. Bro. What the fuck is that? Oh, people are posting their shit on here. Why don't I post my shit on here? That's not what I want. Maybe it's the... I can't... Oh, actually... Better idea. Stay with me, chat. Stay with me. Found it. All right. So I was like, oh, I've seen the teaser trailer, but I was like, oh, check out their Facebook page. We'll see what's on that. How's this? Now you definitely can't play on this type of setup here. Unfortunately, it's played on the hex maps in the heavier metal group. I should, but I don't. All right, so we've seen a few different suits through the teaser trailer, but in this clip, we've got Gundam Death Scythe up on this building here, which we haven't seen. So that's cool. That's another Wing Gundam. We've got two GN suits here. We've got two GN suits here. I don't know what that is in the middle there. Might be a goof. But then this is the one that excited me. This, I'm pretty sure, is Sazabi. I don't think that's Sinanju. And if you notice, he's got 2 hexes for his feet. That means he's a big boy. Because, well, and here's, look, that's a different Zaku. Unless they've used the different Zaku arm on here. There's Zeong. Some dude was in chat the other day asking if Zeong was going to be a model. He's right there. We've got a Zuda here with an anti-ship rifle. This looks like the RX-78-2, except with an alternate pose. He's got the beam saber out. Must sound like 40k on the outside. Yeah, pretty much. You'll catch up. You'll catch up, buddy. You'll catch up. But I'm really excited for this here. I want this big boy. And there's a ship too on 3 hexes. I mean, that's obviously not to scale, but it's still damn cool. It's still damn cool. I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited for this. Oh, do you know what? That has to be Sazabi, because Sinanju's on 1 disc in the little teaser trailer. Fran, what's happening, man? Fran the man, what's happening? We're painting more Leos from Gundam Wing. I finished off the ground type Leo. Finished this dude. What was the last suit you saw, Fran? Did you see the tank? Finish the tank. I'm pumping these out. I'm pumping them out. We've finished gun tank. We've finished the ground type Leo. We're on to the space type Leo. Did you see Kai Shinden on Demon Time? Have you seen this one? Oh, you would have seen Kai Shinden there, yeah. The green one? Yeah, we're up to the purple one. We're up to the purple one. Dude, I'm not going to run out of Gundam. I'm not going to run out of Gundam. The tall geese and the 2 seed miniatures are going to take ages. And then I can do seed strike? No. Launcher. I can do strike launcher. Or launcher strike, rather. Mate, I'll be able to do Gundam for ages. Did you guys just see what I was showing people on Facebook? The other Gundam models I saw? There's heaps coming. There is a shit ton coming out. That's going to be, Sazabi's going to be a big model. Trench might be on the back burner. Well, I mean, you can paint what you want, dude, but I'm going to be painting every single Gundam model that comes out. I'm going to be painting them all. That Sazabi model's got to be huge. If he's on 250s, like each of his legs are on one of these. RX-78's on one. So one of Sazabi's legs was on this. He's gonna be like twice the size. The fuck was that? Is this dude just yeeting himself? What a jerk. I need to upload a picture. What am I doing? Well, just do it now. Yeah, stuff it. Maybe I'll do it now. Where is... Beep, boop, boop, doop, beep, boop, beep. I'm so bad at remembering to upload content for Instagram. Hey, can you do me a favor and just click on that link, go to my most recent post, which is the Gundam RX-78-2, and just tag at Gundam Assemble. Yo, IJ, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate it. Laying down in a field, firing your beam cannon into the sky, listening to some jazz. Hey babe, come over for some beam cannon and chill. That doesn't really work, does it? Yeah, but it's not meant to sound like innuendo, is it? Because Netflix and chill wasn't meant to sound like an innuendo. But beam cannon definitely does. There are people that are asking on the Facebook page, they're like, oh, could this get turned into a fully fledged tabletop game? Which I think would be absolutely sick. But at the same time, what would a fully fledged tabletop game look like? You know? You don't want to be painting up 15 Leos. Or at least I know I don't want to. Battletech, but with Gundams. That'd be cool. Excuse me. You haven't even done the primary edge highlight on the little feet thingies? You're finally done with the Mesmer? What Shadow Tree blessing did you get to? Hey, and after last night, when you were like, I was using the deathbed companion dress. I mean, that's why you're getting dunked on by him. Also, have I got some bad news for you? There's a guy called the Consort of Radan. Consort is worse than Mesmer. Marvin said he is uber keen for some Night Rain. How did I miss these? Oh, you're wearing Melania's outfit. I mean, that's still not that great. Armor and protection wise versus Mesmer. I actually think it might be pretty bad fire defense. Because I think Melania is actually weak to fire because she's the rot goddess. You got the seal. Which seal? The Fire Knight seal? Man, the Fire Knight spells are cool. Oh, you use the combo. Yeah. Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength. Very good. Very good. Very, very good. JJ, how we doing, man? How we doing? Shabriri's... Is it Shabriri's Woe that you can use instead of Golden Vow? That one gives you a bigger buff, but you also take more damage. Did I see Lionel Johnson's buff? No. What do you mean? Like, as in 40k 10th edition Lionel Johnson. More strong. And he's cheaper. Oh boy. I mean, he was already pretty good. I wonder if Lockie's taking him now. Is this, do you feel like this is like the power creep? Are we really getting that? We're really getting that 40k power creep now? Yeah, you were cooked, Avi, and you were like, you called a misbegotten Lionel. You're like, it's time to die, Lionel Johnson, and you're like, I'm sure that's a person. You're like, who's Lionel? And I was like, Lionel Johnson, the Primarch of the Dark Angels. You're like, I'm sure that's a person. You were cooked. So is there a points balancing? Is that the most recent points balancing type of update, Fran? Is that where the line got his point reduction? He has two new strats. What, like Lionel Johnson exclusive? Oh, he's got one of the chooser buff. Yeah, right. Yeah, they're always pretty good. Interesting. I wonder why they've chosen to buff him. Maybe he just isn't, like you were saying, getting any time on the table. They've got to sell their models. Only way to sell models is to give them good rules. What is the line that's deeper than the just Abaddon Black? I've recess shaded the purple with Abaddon Black. So we've got this as the base. Got to be careful with that name. Nagaroth Knight. We've got a recess of Abaddon Black. We've got a primary edge highlight of Xerius Purple. And we are currently applying the secondary edge highlight of Gene Stealer Purple. And we'll do a dot as well. We'll probably do a dot of whatever's over there. Whatever that lilac is, I think, maybe. It's a lilac or a lavender. Yeah, this will be turned into a tutorial as well, because we are filming each snippet. And Marvin was doing some editing at the studio today, and he's like, can you stop making tutorials 45 minutes? And I was like, I can't help it. The model is what the model is. But the Gundam ones are much shorter. Much shorter. Oh, I was meant to do the little knee dots as well. We'll do the little knee dots. Oh, thank you, JJ. That means a heap to me, dude. All those things I actually try hard at. So thank you. Yeah. I mean, I know I don't have all the bells and whistles of people that have pop-ups and all that type of stuff, but like I've said before on stream, it's not my stream. My streams are meant to be pretty chill. They're meant to be here for if anyone has any questions. I literally just want to help them on the spot, which I think I can do pretty well and still paint. Like, I don't think there's a lot of times where I stop completely to chat. I think I still continue to paint. And yeah, I've spoken about it a bunch. Having the over-the-shoulder camera for the point of view instead of the top-down. Want it to be close up on what I'm painting. If there's a stuff up, I want you guys to be able to see it. I want you to be able to see when I fix it. We're definitely going to have some more. Thank you again, JJ. It means a lot, man. Honestly. There are times where I question what I'm doing, but appreciate that. There will be some exciting streams once we start rolling dice, and it is going to happen. It is going to happen. They will be the streams that, you know, have more energy behind them. But until they happen, you're just going to have to deal with the chill paint streams. And you know, if I don't have an answer for a question someone has, then most of the time I think someone in chat normally has an answer for them as well. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have like a cat cam like Mike Moans does. I could have had a little Zeta cam. Yo, Rogue, how you doing? Maybe when I finally get like my own apartment and I feel confident about getting a little doggo or something. They can steal the stream. Getting ready for work. Working on a weekend. Extra pay, extra pay. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait till every weekend and no. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait till next year for the Gundam skirmish game, unfortunately. Unless, of course, like I said, we do get lucky and we somehow manage to get hold of someone on Bandai and they're like, I really like what you're doing. Yes, we'll give you the rules early. That would be super, super cool. No way you're doing overnights? Nah, I wouldn't either. I don't blame you. I bought 3 more booster packs for Gundam. My dream is to pull the Gundam parallel limited rare card. Even though that's not the most sought after card. The most sought after card is the Gundam. I think it's the Gundam Aerial Rebuild limited rare plus plus. But having said that, I didn't get it today, unfortunately. I did get 3 hits from 3 packs though, so that's good. I got a Zaku resource card. The camera's gonna shit itself because this is shiny as. But I got Char's Zaku resource card, which is pretty cool. You get 4 hours sleep a day and you're done after that. That's nuts. Well, you can operate on 4 hours sleep? I don't strictly use Citadel. I predominantly use Citadel. So I've used 2 thin coats, which is just made by the same company that makes Citadel. Yeah, so it's basically the same paint. 2 thin coats, Citadel, basically the same paint. I have used some Vallejo. It's all right. It's not my cup of tea, but I do really like their color range, which would be very, very good for Gundam, to be honest, because there's some different colors for Gundam, and the Vallejo range would be really, really cool. I use Liquitex. I use Liquitex washes. They've got some acrylic inks and they're really, really cool. It's what I use for my gold. So when I did my Sanguinor as a for a painting competition, I used the Liquitex. Buddha, Big Hoss. How you doing, man? How you doing after your big day of full Muay Thai training and leg session? I got 3 packets of Gundam cards today, Buddha. I got 2 LRs and a common parallel. Yeah, I bought 3 boosters and I got 2 limited rares and a C plus. So three hits from 3 packs. Pretty good. It was the last 3 packs in the box too. Because I turned up, I was like, can I get some Gundam cards? And they're like, yep. And they're like, how many packs you want? and they limited it to 6 packs last time because they didn't want scalpers to take too many packs. And I was like, "You still doing the limit on 6 packs?" And Glenn was working and he knows me. He's like, "Nah, man, you can get what you want." But there were only 3 left in the box. I was just like, "I'll just have 3. It's fine. It'll stop me buying too many." You a bit surprised by the versatility? I mean, the new acrylic inks are very, very good. That's what I used on this guy. This guy was I airbrushed the magenta over the top of metallic silver for this guy. That's how we got this color. You're still trying to find the 4-star. Dude, it's so popular. It's so popular. We've got restocked booster boxes, but it's very difficult to find the 4 starter decks. That's like it's like a silver with a Nuln Oil wash, an edge highlight, and then airbrushed with that magenta. So there is a couple of steps, but probably not as many as you think. Yo, Lunch Clops, you like this purple? The Nagaroth Knight? I was saying yesterday, I think I've painted it the wrong purple. It should be a bit more of a... Should have been a bit more of a dirtier purple, but I've already committed to it. So this is what it is. This is what it is. Thank you very much for the resub with your primer as well. The new deck comes out on the 26th. That's actually what I went in for, Buddha. I went in and I was like, "Are you guys taking pre-orders for the Iron-Blooded Orphans packs?" And he's like, "No, we haven't heard anything yet." And I was just like, "Dude, it's like 2 weeks away, surely." Well, nah, this one is Nagaroth Knight. Yo, Baz, what's happening, man? I'm doing good. I'm just painting Gundams, man. I'm just painting Gundams. In terms of better techniques for airbrush, it's literally just it's like a regular brush, JJ. The more time you spend airbrushing, the better you're going to get at it. I feel like a lot of the time with airbrushing and just regular brushing, it's just time on the brush for control. Once you have control of them, you're sweet. Like if you can clean an airbrush out, the rest of it comes with XP. Man, I'm having an absolute blast with the Gundam. It's brought back my painting mojo. Not that I was struggling to paint the ultimate guides that we were doing earlier, but man, I've painted 7 of them. I've painted 7 Gundams, and this is number 8. And I got them maybe 2 months ago. So for me, I'm blasting through them. Like I painted this little guy. Granted, he doesn't have too much detail. This little ground type Leo, painted him in less than a week, which for me is really, really good. I painted Gun Tank I painted him in a week. Now, we're not going all out. Definitely not going all out on this type of stuff, but like for what the models are and when we start filming them, I think they're pretty damn good. They're pretty damn good. The next three are going to take ages though. They've got some details. Gaius, oh man, with his charge. Oof. Lothar, what's happening, man? Yeah, you just need to be diligent with cleaning an airbrush. I think that is probably the most important thing. Thinning your paints, getting the PSI right. It all comes down to either Googling stuff and seeing what other people do, or just practicing. I use an airbrush now, and there'll be times where I'm like, yo, that's too thin. It's just spraying a bit too transparent. Or it's too thick. It's not coming out of the brush enough, so I need to thin it a little bit more. Pretty shit week, but okay. Otherwise, I'm sorry to hear that, Lothar. Oh no, dude. That's horrid. That is absolutely horrid. Is the damage repairable? It's probably pretty hard to go through insurance, I imagine, being a resto, as they don't value it probably at what it's worth. I think the music stopped. We might switch over from the jazz to something a bit harder. Let's go this. It's repairable. Okay, that's at least you've got that. I remember after I'd finished paying my 1976 Cortina, which was getting roadworthy and all that type of stuff, a guy wrote it off and my insurance was like, yeah, we'll give you $800 for it. I was like, you're kidding, aren't you? So I've got this Space Leo to go, which he won't take too long. And then I've got these three. Now these next three, they're going to take a bit of time. So we've got the Tall Geese. He's got a bit of detail on him. So Tall Geese is going to take a bit of work. As you can imagine, look at all those edge highlights. I'm going to have to obviously paint him in sub-assemblies. So Tall Geese is going to take a bit of time. The pose is sick, yeah. We've got Sword Strike. Sword Strike's got a bunch of edge highlights too. I think this guy will be quicker than Tall Geese. I think Tall Geese might take the longest. So we've got Sword Strike. He's pretty damn cool. He's got an anti-ship sword. And then I've got Ale Strike, which I'm pretty excited about. Tall Geese is just a legend anyway. Yeah, Tall Geese is... Do you know, I was thinking about this, Rogue. I think I like Tall Geese 1 more than I like Tall Geese 2 and 3. Tall Geese is white and black. I'll bring up images of each of them. Let me just bring up, what is it? It's Sword Strike Gundam. Sword Strike Gundam. And then we've got Ale Strike. All right. So this is hopefully gonna. There we go. That's tall geese. So tall geese we're obviously going to paint with white. I think for these areas we'll go with Corvus black, and then for his Dober gun, I think I'll actually just go pure Abaddon black. I haven't used pure Abaddon black on any of the miniatures yet. They've all been Corvus black. I'm not streaming my cursor. Here we go. Here we go. These areas here, Corvus black. This is Abaddon black. And then we've got, this is Sword Strike without the sword. Well, he's got the sword on his back there. Funnily enough, when you look at the artwork on the box, they don't have this light blue on it. So I will be using this as inspiration for it. So he's pretty damn cool. He's got that big ass sword. And then we have Ale Strike. And I'm really looking forward to Ale Strike. It's going to be the most amount of work though. This one's going to be cool. There is a third that I can paint called Launcher Strike. And I can make it as well as the jet, which I'll probably end up painting, to be honest. So Ale Strike, Sword Strike, and Launcher Strike all come together to form Perfect Strike Gundam. And Perfect Strike Gundam gets all of the bits. So how's this, Rogue? Let me bring this up. So I showed off the little teaser trailer the other day. However, I went to their Facebook page. Nah, yeah, they are. There is sort of Voltron Gundams. Who's that, Rogue? That, to me, looks like Death Scythe. So we've got Death Scythe up here. Wing Zero. We've got two Jins. We've got two Jins. There's Ale Strike. That's Aerial. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like a Zaku 1. I think that's a Zaku 1. But the one I'm really excited for is Sazabi. On 2. He's on 2 hexes. That's how big he is. A Zaku 2, yeah. There's a Zuda. A Zuda with an anti-ship rifle. We've got Zeong. The ship's on 3, yep. We've got a different RX-78 pose with the saber. Epion's purple. I really want Epion. Epion would be cool. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Sazabi and not Sinanju. Because the reason I say that is if you go to the teaser trailer, they show some other models. Yeah, full armor unicorn, yeah. So there's full armor unicorn. That's on 2. Oh, maybe it is Sinanju in the... Yeah, it is. That's actually Sinanju. So they're big boys. Yeah. Either way, I'm excited. This looks like it's going to be really, really fun. It looks like it could be quick to play. And already we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, these are all new models. This one looks like it's a kit bash. This looks like it's a kit bashed Charzaku with the bazooka. But yeah, it's gonna. I'm super excited for it. Weird question, but average Warhammer soldier versus Azaku. Azaku's 19 meters tall. So probably Azaku. I think Azaku would just punt a Space Marine. It's upcoming next year, JJ. They're played on this map. Solely on this map. Yeah, I think a Space Marine would just get kicked by a Zaku too. Gundams versus Knights. Yes, Gundams versus Knights would be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I think a dreadnought would beat a Zaku. Yeah. Yeah, Gundams are pretty mobile. Yeah. I mean, if we're talking a Gundam, I don't think a Zaku would beat an Imperial Knight, but a Gundam, that's a different story. Especially because a lot of like just ammunition, like if it's not a beam weapon, then it's not really going to do too much damage to a Gundam. They're all on a 50 mil base, JJ. All of these models come on a 50 mil base. So even though a Leo is smaller than a Zaku, like I'd put this guy on a 40 because I think it makes sense. And I probably will get some custom made 40 mil bases for these, for the little ones, because I don't think they should be on a 50 next to a Zaku. They just look strange. I tell you, do you know what though? I think one of the only things that the Imperial Knights would have over the Gundams is that a lot of Gundam pilots, thank you JJ, a lot of Gundam pilots are quite reserved when it comes to finishing their enemy, whereas an Imperial Knight like pilot is not. And compare it to the HG Red Comet. What do you mean? What do you mean by compare it? Do you mean the HG Red Comet Zaku too? Man, that's cool as shit. Why didn't I paint my model to look like that? I need to do that. I need to do those white lines and shit. And the black knees. Why didn't I've got the black knees. That thing's cool as. Why don't I paint my Zaku like that? It's Sin, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. You know if you should get the Red Comet? Well, that red comet model is, if that's the model, that's cool as, I would get it. That's super cool. Promoter. Oh, geez. Okay. I wonder if bot or not. I don't have Kick's chat in chat. Let's see. I'll go across and I'll tell you. It's got to be, it's a bot. Hey, homie, I checked your video. Seems like you are new to Kick, not yet affiliated and verified. I got a proposal for you by sharing your stream to Kick community for you to gain 1,000 active audience and earn nothing less than $1,000. Add me on Discord if interested. Sure, dude. Sounds legit. Seems legit. I'm not new to Kick. I just don't have people watch on Kick. That platform seems pretty shit, TBH. Legit scam. Yeah, legit scammer. We've got how many people? Yeah, so we've got no one watching on Kick. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe I should change it to Gundam. Hang on. Let me just create a dashboard. Create a dashboard. Here we go. Edit. Edit. Gundam? I wonder if that's how all the big guys start though. Not, I'm never going to go down the route of bots, but I'm wondering if that's how all those big dudes start. Because like, I don't know if it's just me, you know, I get these guys pop up on my feed, like Speed and Aiden Ross and, what was that other guy's name? Sketch? Remember Sketch? Like, where do they come from? 100% they did it? They had to have. Like, how are these people just starting? Like Kai said, how are these people starting, right? And they don't do anything. Networking, multi-platforming. I multi-platform. I work. They've got to get pushed somehow. They got to get pushed somehow. There can't be that many mindless people in this world that just want to watch these guys, like, do nothing on a channel. Fucking, that is brutal, Rogue. Holy shit. But this is what I mean. Like, if they've got a marketing team, right, they're paying someone to push all this stuff. So it's not like just a natural growth thing. It did. Hating on all the beards. I'm sorry I don't get in my 3-piece suit for every stream. Was I doing signage work at the front of a school this week? Did I? I don't think I did it this week. Working on a big sign? Nah, dude, I was doing cars this week. Miniature painting is very niche. I've seen a few painters on Twitch break into triple digits. Twipple digits. So Liam Paint Stuff, the Australian dude. He doesn't stream that often, but he had like 200 people in, I think, his first stream. Millie paints. Although I feel like Millie might have had some assistance. She had 5K on a stream. I'm not ugly, thank you, Avi. I'm a beautiful goddess. Okay, now I feel like you're being patronizing. $5K, yeah, but 5K is a big fluke, Roke, from 50 to 100. I personally, as a guy, I don't think, if we're just going to touch on the way people look in the hobby, I don't think the way you look as a male has anything to do with your popularity in the hobby. And let's be honest here, I'm jacked, so looks don't get views. This is what I mean. As a guy, I don't think looks has anything to do with having views in the hobby. Hey, you guys should be thankful I wear a beanie. I don't get the dome out. Then I'd get even less people. And we do make all jokes about this, but when I was on TikTok and I was just a pair of hands and a voice and miniatures, I did have more people watching. So all the stuff you guys are saying is very hurtful because it's also true. But no one can paint and chat at the same time like me. How many people are out there painting heavy metal miniatures? and conversing with their people in chat. That's because Faceless is more mysterious? Yeah, but if I was my brother, if I was my handsome looking brother, there would be people swooning over to the channel. Yeah, exactly, Lotta. I mean, that was the whole premise behind starting the stream anyway, right? Background Mike was like, hey, you paint every night anyway. You're pretty good at helping people paint their miniatures. You might as well stream it. Deep fake? You want me to deep fake with my own bro? Do you know how hurtful that would be if like numbers went up massively? And keep the object actually in view. Yeah, see, this is all that little stuff that I worked on, which I sort of don't even think about now, but yeah, it is stuff that I worked on, trying to keep the model in shot. Pixels out here trying to make me feel shit about myself. Eric Swinson, he's a better painter. He interacts better. He's just better. Eric Swinson's a better version of me. You turned 52 and you had 3 people kindly tell you you look like in your 30s and 40s. Yo, how good is that? That's actually wicked, JJ. I get told I look older than I actually am. I think it's something to do with the beard that just turned grey in the space of like a year. I would be soul crushing, Wombat, yeah. You get more compliments on your raccoon YouTuber than when you show your face. Is that like a little overlay dude, is it? You get told you look younger than you are? I mean, that's good. You get told you look like shit. That's not good, Wombat. You don't want that. We have a sales rep come in occasionally, and he comes in, he's like, oh man, it's like, you're looking good. You've been going to gym and shit. And I'm just like, I'm wearing all black work clothes, and I'm like, you're a fucking sales rep. Shut the fuck up. Don't try and rizz me. I'm not the guy that buys materials. Rizz the other dudes. See you, Roke. Take it easy, dude. Good luck at work. My ugly ass will be thinking of you at work. Maybe I need to update my my title. painting space type Leo with Twitch's ugliest hobbyist. I think that's the go. That's it. I'm getting on trend. Fuck it. Hot tub painting stream? Yeah. That would get too many views. Do you know, this is all starting to make sense. This is all starting to make sense. When we were in Sydney and we went out for dinner with Mark from Pluto, even Marvin said that my brother is better looking than me, and I was just like, fuck. I thought you were my friend, Marvin. We're gonna get to the gym more. Marvin had one job, yeah, I know. He fucking cut me deep. Cut me real deep. That's why I add more steps. That's why I add more steps in my painting tutorials now. Ever since Marvin said that, I was like, fuck this guy. Fucking good luck with the salamander tutorial and the 56 minutes of editing. Marvin Savage though, yeah. When he comes in chat, call him Martin, because that's what the kid was calling him at the studio today. Call him Martin. Kid got my name right. Your team Justin? Nah, if you saw my bro, you'd be team Dean. You'd be team Dean Arvium. Guarantee ya. And he's been going hard in the gym too. That mofo is jacked. Dumb as a bag of rocks, but jacked. Yeah, he's lucky. He's lucky. How's this? He works for the council. He works for the council. And one of his jobs each night for 3 hours is to be on his laptop or his phone to check if there's leaks, and he gets paid for it for 3 hours. Just to stare at his phone to make sure there's no leaks. He's on, yeah, he can't paint for shit. Can't paint for shit. Yeah, so he's like, he'll be there and my mum will be like, oh, are you working? And I'm like, can we not say that? I was like, we need to use the term, is he on the clock? Because this dude is not working. Are you on the clock? I know my brother thinks he's better looking than me. He's the same age as me. We're twins. He's 42 years old and he posts thirst traps on Instagram. All right. The guy nicknamed himself The Package. He gave himself the nickname, The Package. And get this. You need my brother on stream, maybe one night. And get this. We'll just be tearing shreds off each other. Yeah, you can see him doing that. Yeah. And because he was fit AF, right? The nickname stuck. He gave himself the nickname. How often have people tried to give themselves nicknames? He gave himself the nickname and it stuck because the guys are like, yeah, no, that's fair point. At cricket, it worked. The Package, yeah. And for people that don't know where the nickname The Package comes from, it derives from the wrestler Lex Luger, who was nicknamed the Total Package. And Lex Luger's whole shtick was he was a shit wrestler, but jacked. Shit wrestler at perfect. Yeah, perfect heel. Yeah. And he also had it. They also had another nickname for him. He's called the Narcissist. Yeah, there's been some wrestlers out there that are just horrible wrestlers. Like Hulk Hogan. Shit wrestler. I have a twin. Yeah, I'm a triplet. Harvey. Shit person, that Hogan. Yeah. We'll chat about it in 20 minutes. I could show you one photo of me and my brother, but it's also when my brother's dressing down and I've dressed up. So like, I've got the upper hand on him in that photo. All right, you've convinced me, chat. I need to get jacked again. Like, absolutely jacked. It's happening. We're doing it. As if it's something that I might do on the side. Yeah, I mean, it's something I can do on the side. I've been there and done it before. In all honesty, I just need to change my diet up. That's all I need to do. My diet is shit. Thirst trap with my minis on IG. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. I have so many people slipping in my DMs because of my miniatures. Big Bird Bailey, cool stream, might give me ideas for Gundam. I mean, I'd say that my ideas for Gundam are pretty much set in stone. And is to paint every single Gundam assemble miniature heavy metal. Topless miniature painting with an absolute jacked bear might attract a certain audience though. Don't worry me. Hey, as long as they're there for the hobby, I don't care. You'd still watch? I'd hope so, Wombat. Yeah, this is a new song to this playlist. Searched them up. One, the latest 4 days ago. Yeah, I'm pretty... With my Gundam stuff, we're pretty set in terms of like what we're doing with Gundam until the game comes out. Yeah, JJ. Yeah. We have chatted about Major Kill before on stream and how I don't like the potential predatory setup that they've got going on with dioramas. I'm not a huge fan of it. Cool stuff. I think there's cooler. I think there's cooler. You might give me a small tip. It might give me a small tip. Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm using Gundam artwork and anime as inspiration, and I'm using the Warhammer paint style in order to paint them. So I don't think there's anything else out there that is quite similar to this. And regardless of how other people paint their stuff, it's not going to change how I paint these miniatures. You didn't know if he's banned from there? Yeah, look. Yeah, yep. I can't say I've ever met him or spoken to him. I've listened to his YouTube stuff early on because people were like, yo, what's up? Yeah, so early on when I was on TikTok, people would be like, yo, are you Major Kill? And I was like, because they couldn't see who I was and it was an Australian accent painting miniatures. And I was like, no, I'm not. And they're like, oh, you should watch his stuff. And I watched one video and I was just like, dude, I can't finish watching this. It's not for me. And then like I get how people can want to watch it. It's fine. Yeah. I mean, I've never met him as a person. I'm like a veteran who still uses old tech, making fun of a newbie who uses new and more powerful tech. I'm not making fun of anyone. This is my, like, I don't think you understand, Bellos. This is a specific paint style. And it's nothing's going to change how I paint these miniatures, regardless of someone else's stream. This is my vision on how I want to do this tabletop game when it comes out. Big Bird Bailey. All right, let me see. I'll see if I'm going to make fun of this guy. Big Bird Bailey. Big Bird Bailey. Oh, Big Bird Bailey, nah. See, I'm 42 years old. I can't do that. I've got to stay true to myself. Okay, Big Bear Bailey. No, that's the same person. They use like overlays and stuff. Like Bailey Malloy. I must be looking at something completely different. Oh, big Bailey Bear? No. Are they a furry? I can't find this person to save myself. I'm just getting a lot of like lewd shit. Is it this? It's not this, is it? Is this it? They're on YouTube. I don't know, dude. Just like, where's Big Bear Bailey? None of these dudes are... I don't know who this person is. I can't find this dude. I can't find this dude. Anyway, we are going to finish up there, actually. Spent the last 10 minutes trying to find someone who doesn't exist. I use a spray can too. I want to try and find this person because, no offense to them, I'd be very impressed to see if they're painting Gundam at a higher quality than I am, which sounds extremely arrogant, but like if you do the percentages on it, it's probably not likely. There are some people out there that do like cell shading, which is phenomenal, and those guys are crazy. But I don't know about this bear person that doesn't exist. Anyway, that is all from me. We're going to find someone to raid. Let's have a look. Let's raid a Avila. We haven't raided Avila for a while. Avila is a lot of fun. Yeah, if you could send me the actual person, JJ, on Insta, that'd be sick. All right, guys, we're going to raid Avila. I will catch you all tomorrow at probably 7 p.m. Australian time. We'll continue work on the Space Type Leo. That's all from me. The Temu version of Eric Swinson, if that was the name of that dude. I will catch you all tomorrow. and we'll check out what Avila's doing. Take it easy, guys.